Hello YouTube, it's Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I just started to record this pocket dump deconstruction and I could hear the apartment sweeping using a vacuum cleaner in the hallway outside my door. They moved on. I hope you can't hear them. Why they're doing it this early in the morning, I don't know. I have no clue. Anyway, let's talk about the pocket dump deconstruction. It's Wednesday, hump day. It's Wednesday, hump day. I didn't repeat. I repeated myself. It wasn't a technical problem with your computer. Yeah, hoping that your Wednesday is a great one and that the hump is a very small one to get over with as we start to see the weekend coming up. I don't know about you guys on the East Coast of the United States. Man, the weather's been weird. It was nice and cool last week. This week, hot, hot, hot. 80s. We're expecting some thunderstorms, but 80s. And then next week, actually this weekend, whoosh, back to the 60s and the low 40s for lows. So, yeah, this is Weatherman Kevin. Just wanting you to know, as we record this every single day, just wanted to give you a little tidbit of what's happening today, Wednesday, October 19th, 2016. I know you may not be watching this that day. I know there's a core group of you guys who do, and that's great. And I just want you to know we're doing it every single day. What you see in front of you is what's going to fill my pockets today. I'm kind of excited about. One knife finally broke in enough for me to care. Lordy. Anyway, we're going to, I'm putting that in my pocket. We're going to deconstruct this puppy in just a few moments. Took a bunch of pictures. Going to post them on my Instagram at noonish, 1ish, or 2ish. Man, in the last week or two, it's just been weird. I've been posting. Instead of my noon ones, I post them early or late or whatever. Anyway, hopefully we're back. A lot of weird work that I had to get done. So hopefully we're back on schedule. Hope all of you are doing well. Let's do this pocket dump deconstruction. By the way, we're moving our way up. Don't forget to thumb this video up. Don't forget to like it, share it all around, and hit that subscriber button. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, and I better start doing some homework, start preparing. We are making our way slowly but surely. Thank you all for subscribing. And trust me, there's no fooling with this polling of the subscribers. Oh, man. It's all legit. I think, according to YouTube and Google. So thank you very much for subscribing if you already have. If you've been watching and saying, one day I'll subscribe, it's free. Just hit that subscribe button and we'll go through the hundreds of Spydercos that I have. Let's talk about this pocket dump and deconstruct this puppy. I'm wearing the Apple Watch today. My day starts out with a meeting. In the middle, it's a meeting. At the end, it's a meeting. What we tend to say in my industry is, we have meetings to have meetings. The work is basically meetings with small breaks for work. Anyway, that's why I have my Apple Watch. I think an Apple Watch is great for that kind of situation. To keep up in a meeting and all you have to do is flick your wrist, not bring out your phone. It's just not as obvious. Oh, man. Cohiba. That's my cigar, my Cuban cigar for today. I just love it. Love it. I'm stacking up, baby. Before that demand, that U.S. demand hits Cuba and their whole hand-rolled cigars. In fact, now we can actually bring Cubans back from Canada and London and other places, the UK. Actually, everywhere but the U.S., right? So I'm kind of excited about that. The pen is my titanium Schoen pen that I really enjoy. I try to make the screen a little brighter. I have this program that I record these things on through my iPhone, and it does the white balance and everything for me. Some folks have said they're too dark. Let's see how this works. Part of it is trying to get the reflection off of the blades and stuff, since we are talking about knives. But let's see how it works today. The coin, we're celebrating 100 years of the U.S. Park Service. I'll tell you, that's my dream. I'm thinking of 10,000 hours of doing something that I really enjoy, but I haven't spent time doing, and that's probably photography. I've got cameras, but look at what I'm doing. I'm using my iPhone to do video and stuff, so I want to get into that. And so part of my thing is 10,000 hours to become really proficient, good at what you're doing. So I'm going to start that. I figure if it's 8 hours a day, where am I going to find 8 hours a day? That's 3.5 years. Then get a sportsmobile or some kind of van, drive around taking photos of great cigars, knife factories, all kinds of places, and visiting these national parks. What a great thing. That is a wonderful asset in the U.S., these wonderful national parks all around the U.S. That's 100 years. That's from the U.S. Mint, celebrating from 1916 to 2016, the U.S. Park System. You know what? Blue Scotch today. Yeah, I think I need a little help getting over. I think I need a little help getting over this hump today. One of my vintage, real thin Mont Blanc wallets. Let's take these off. I like this carry today. I really do. I'm happy about it. Finally, my investment in the new Spyderco knife seems to be working out okay. It's broken in a little. You guys know I love Spyderco. That's why we're going to have a Spyderco Palooza once we hit 1,000. You know, that's why I continue to buy and love Spyderco. So when I make fun of them, some people say, well, hey, you don't have to explain how great Spyderco is to me. I'm helping the company. I invest in the company. Not really, but by buying all these knives. So, but when you have a knife that doesn't hit your standards, you talk about it. And I have been, my first impression of Nirvana was, hey, this is great, because I was waiting for it for so long. My second, when it was a knife that got away, I went, I kind of like it, but for the money. Now it's starting to grow on me, because I got all that stick that I had in mind out, and it's getting real nice. So, hey, sometimes you have to have patience, which I just don't do. I don't have. So let's talk about the carry. The small knife today is a classic, and you'll be able to see my entire cricket collection. I have a sample of pretty much all of the crickets in their different eras. This is the cricket, Spyderco Cricket FRN scales, that fiberglass reinforced nylon scales. You guys know I always say I love the cricket. I was lucky enough. When I get the older knives, I've been so lucky to find just great knives. Just great condition. And that's the thing about collecting Spydercos. There's a lot of people collecting Spydercos. And so sometimes you'll see some of these older knives as good as new. And this is one of them. FRN scales, you don't see them around a lot. You can tell it's an older knife. Why? Liner lock. The newer ones, of course, are all frame locks. This is the liner lock, and you can also tell by the steel. Yeah. This steel is ATS 55, a steel that Spyderco used earlier on. That reverse S with the Spidey edge. Oh man, I just really like it. It's so smooth. It's almost perfect. And what Spyderco did back in the day with their crickets, because they were liner locked and not frame locked, on the reverse side, when it had a pattern like FRN that you can feel, gives you that grip. It's great. Gives you that grip in the hold. But sometimes what it also does is grip your pants when you clip on. And in the earlier days, you see how they keep the back smooth? So there was literally the show side. And even though there's not a lock on the back, they wanted it smooth so it just slid in and out of your pocket. I appreciate that, especially since I wear a lot of work clothes, suits and suit jackets and that kind of thing. I really like it. That's the Spyderco FRN Cricket, 1.9 inches, old school steel, ATS 55. I don't know if people are still using it. I only have ATS 55 on my old school Spydercos, but I'm sure maybe there are other knives. Don't get offended when I say old school steel. Just in my collection, it's old school steel. I just love it. Yeah, it's the Cricket. My medium carry, I always have a keychain knife. That Cricket's my keychain knife. And of course the medium knife, and I'm doing the medium Starbenza. This is the small Chris Reeve Starbenza 21. What Chris Reeve did was they hooked up with Wilson Tactical. They sell a lot of tactical stuff, guns, affordable guns. From what I hear, I'm not a gun carrier, but from what I hear, great guns. I like watching YouTube folks who do carry guns. How can you tell a Starbenza? There are Starbenza 25, Starbenzas 21s. Oh, it would be great if Wilson Tactical did an Nkosi. Yeah. They'd have my money so fast, their internet site would spin. I tell you, it's so nice. They also have an aluminum zone, but they call it a Star Tack. You can tell them because they all have that Starburst on them. That Starburst is the Wilson Tactical brand. I've been saying, and you guys can correct me, most of my Chris Reeve knives, I have 60 folding knives and 3 fixed knives. Most of mine are more modern. I have 1 classic. And so when I say something like the only knife, it's really just in my perspective. Maybe there's more. Comment below if you know it. But usually with a Chris Reeve knife, whether it's an inlaid knife or whatever, he usually keeps the lock and he keeps the clip plain. Only with the Starbenzas and the StarTac does that branding go over to the lock bar. Can you see that? It's out of focus, isn't it? Wow. Can you see that? He does keep the clip pristine, except he has the Wilson Tactical brand on the clip. Just a nice one. I love the double lugs. Just nice, classy. I just like it. 2.9 inch S35 VN steel blade. It has a lanyard with a special bead that has the Wilson Tactical logo on it. Just a nice knife. If you want to get Starbenzas new, you got to go to the Wilson Tactical site. They're still selling them. Obviously, you'll see them on the secondary market, but it's a Wilson Tactical exclusive. I just love it. I love the Starbenzas. Classy carry. And then I've already been hinting about it. Yeah, it's the Spyderco Nirvana, and it has really evened out. Man, it has so much stick. A couple of things with the Nirvana that got me. Again, I have a lot of Spydercos, and a lot of them with the Chris Reeve integral frame lock. And I have never had really any issues with the lock as far as releasing. In this case, I was really having problems. Then I realized it was my grip. On this one, on this integral folder. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's one piece of titanium. The engineering's just wonderful on this. This is Peter Rosenti. I've been seeing a lot of his customs available, and I see where this comes from. It's really nice. Peter Rosenti, working with Spyderco. It's just one piece of titanium, and they work from that. Then you add the frame lock. It's just really nice, especially when you're talking about this is not a custom knife. It's hard enough if it's custom. This is machine. This was a sprint run. I don't know how many actually have been purchased or even released. Usually a sprint run is around 1,000 or so. I think I heard Sal say they were starting out with 1,400 or something around there, but he didn't know how many would actually be released. Obviously, they were having some problems with it, but now mine are pretty good. I just have to remember when I pick up the integral, when I pick up the Nirvana, I have to put my grip here off of the lock bar, and then it's smooth going up. But you know, if you have it on the lock bar, you can't release it. But man, it has been a good one for me. Now, it was a very expensive, and I can buy some expensive knives. This was the most expensive Spyderco new that I've purchased, and I got it quick as well. So I usually I want to get it to you guys quick, so I spend a little extra to get it fast. And so you see, there's usually a club member selling it to me. The people, that's why you see those little numbers. The people who are in that Spyderco club, they literally get their numbers on it. And what number is this? This is 111. And they get it before anyone else. And sometimes they'll sell them to me. That's why you see a lot of 003s and 002s on my knives sometimes. It's because I bought them from someone who bought them new from someone who gets these things before all of the rest of us do. Now I'm happy. I'm happy to carry this. This is the Nirvana. Man, I wish there was a better pivot, but you know what? Only because it was so fancy, and I don't like. Hey, I like DLC. I have a DLC shown pin that I really like. I have a lot of blacked out knives. Something about the gray coating I just don't like coming from Spyderco. I don't know why. I don't like it on the rock either. It just turns me off. But now, at least I can use the knife. And yes, it came super sharp from Spyderco. And my guess is that's going to be, in a year or two, worth a lot of money. Because it's so hard to make for them. So I understand the economics. But if you're going to do that, and it's a step for them. They want to, that's why I like Spyderco. They take chances. They want to do productions. That's why they have sprint runs. They want to do productions of custom knives and challenge themselves. Just a little disappointed at first, but man, I'm warming up to it as it starts to break in and feel great. That's the Spyderco Nirvana. Oh yeah, I talked my story so much. I don't think I told you. So it's 3.7-inch blade, S90V steel. It's got nice jimping. It just feels really good in the hand and balanced. That is the Peter Rosenti Nirvana through Spyderco. One of their most expensive this year. One of their most anticipated knives for this 40th anniversary year. And maybe that was it. I was so psyched. It actually won the imported knife of the year from Blade Magazine, from the Blade Show. So it's a really great, recognized for its engineering. That, my friends, that's the carry. Thumb it up. Don't be shy. Give it some love. Share it. Don't forget to hit that subscriber button as we move our way to 1,000 in Spyderco Palooza. I will be posting pictures of it around noonish, 1-ish or 2-ish to my Instagram. The Instagram is @KeithKevinKing. Come join the feed. But you know what? This ain't Instagram, buddy. And yes, I need to deal with this lights again. I know you guys want them broader, but the reason I do my other thing is I don't get all that shine and everything. So we'll play around with it. This, my friends, is a Knife Center exclusive from this work. And man, it is really wonderful. It's the ParaMilitary 2 M4, CPM M4 blade. What a wonderful blade. Strong, retains an edge. You just have to take care of it. It will rust on you. I really like this knife. The reason I grabbed this and the reason I was considering carrying it is I've been seeing that the new Spyderco Sprint Run ParaMilitary 2 is released, but I can't find one. I can't. It's killing me. It's crew wear. It's gray G10. It's limited edition. And once it happens, I'm going to buy one. Man, I don't know. I've been collecting for like 3 years. Man, Spyderco is releasing a whole bunch of ParaMilitary 2s with special blades and everything this year. They really are, man. They're going strong at it. Crew wear. Can't wait for it. Hopefully it'll come out and I can buy it. Of course, the ParaMilitary 2, just a classic for Spyderco. This is a carbon fiber. And they say it's on top of G10. Man, it feels good, though. It does feel really nice. Has the compression lock. Of course, what all ParaMilitary 2s are known for. Spyderco this year, 2016, really releasing a lot of knives with that lock. This is the knife that got away, folks. The 3.4-inch M4 Spyderco Sprint Run. Well, it's not a Sprint Run. It was an exclusive from the Knife Center. Oh, man, I just love this. I'm hoping to get that Sprint Run crew wear with the gray G10 ParaMilitary soon added to the collection. I'm looking for it. When I get it, I'll share it with you. Hey, you guys, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you have a perfect day. I really appreciate all of you. I know how precious your time is. So thank you. Thank you very much for watching my videos as we continue to do this day by day by day. Yeah, it's Keith, Kevin, Ken. This, my friends, is a pocket dump deconstruction. Have a good one. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.